Okay, so starting off today, I am doing watercolor postcards. I was originally gonna do four, but then I hated one, so I did five, but you get to see all five. So I'm starting off with a floral piece, and I've actually never done watercolor floral. So I was actually really surprised with how much I liked it, and I was really proud of myself for this one, and it's probably my first or second favorite piece from all the ones I did. But yeah, I was actually really surprised because I have never done it before and I was really excited. I was just kind of more testing it out, but I'm giving it to my grandma for Mother's Day. So, backstory on how I actually got these watercolor postcards. The back is like an actual postcard, and I mostly just bought them because I wanted free shipping from Michael's and I was buying something for my actual job. And I saw these and it was like $5 for like a 10 pack, I want to say. And I don't know, I got inspiration from them. They're small, they're cute, they're fun to work with. I like prefer smaller pieces. I don't really do bigger pieces because I get like intimidated and then the cost of the canvas, I'm like, oh. And it's really hard for me to do big pieces. So I usually stick to smaller pieces, and then this was perfect because I used it for free shipping, and then it gave me a lot of inspiration, and I was excited that it was an actual postcard. So this piece, I didn't really know where to stop. I probably could have like stopped right here and it would have been like full enough, but I don't know. I kept finding spaces that could have something and then like maybe add a little bit here, add a little bit there. So it ended up being a full piece and I actually really like it. And I'm kind of glad that I kept going, but I definitely could have stopped there if I wanted to because I think this one took about, I want to say like an hour and a half to complete. So it was actually the longest one I did, I think. And I am happy with it. I feel like I did just the right amount to where I didn't overwork it, but I also didn't underwork it either, and I was really happy with the results. So, like I said, this is my first ever watercolor floral piece, and it's actually the first floral piece I've done just straight florals at all. So, I was really happy with it. And then I kind of just added specks around because I didn't really know what else. So, little tiny, like, I guess, petals. But I think it's pretty. I really like it. And it looks so good dry. I love it so much. And there's a few mistakes here and there, but they're not really noticeable in like the full thing unless you like really pick out pieces. Okay, so next up I'm doing this lighthouse sunset painting. And this is actually the first painting I did of all of the paintings together, but I was really proud of the floral one, so I wanted to show you that first. Um, but I actually took the um, photo of the sunset on the way to, I think me and my husband were heading to the casino, and we live kind of close to the coast, so I was able to get this super gorgeous sunset picture. And then the like, I think it's the only lighthouse here, but it just happened to be the perfect photo. The lighthouse was there, the tree, and then I don't know. It worked out great as a photo, and I was like, yeah, I really want to paint this because this is the kind of stuff that I'm used to painting, like a full on piece and not like any white space. So this was kind of more my element, but I actually like the other ones way better than this, which is crazy because this is what I usually do. So I might have to consider like a change in style because I don't know. There was a sense of happiness in the other pieces I did. This I still think turned out great, but it's not like the sense of accomplishment I got from the other pieces. I do have to admit, usually I mess up with the skies and they end up really muddy. I don't wait for colors to dry. I'm an impatient person. So I was actually really happy once again with how the sky turned out because I usually just overwork it and it turns out super muddy and just messy looking. So I was really proud of the sky I did and the sunset. I was like, oh wow, this is the first time that it actually looks like the reference photo and it doesn't look like a muddied up bad version of the reference photo. I did end up working on this piece for probably about over a week. I don't know why. I lost my inspiration for the lighthouse. Like once I got done with the sky, I was kind of like, I really like the sky. I don't want to ruin it with this lighthouse. And I was worried about it, and I don't know. So this piece took forever to get through. It wasn't like long total, but it was long as in like all the breaks I took between it because I was so nervous to ruin the entire thing. And yeah, but I really like the leaves I did on it, which usually that's where I mess up is like leaves on trees. So I was proud of these leaves, even though I was terrified of doing them. So here's the final piece, and like I said, I love the sky. I love the way I did it. I'm proud of that. The lighthouse is okay, but I like the leaves on the tree. That's the best I've done on leaves. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking when I'm about to say this, but I watched Spirited Away for the first time ever 2 days ago. And then the day I filmed this, yeah, it took a long time for me to go around and watch it. I don't know why. I tried to watch another Studio Ghibli film, but it wasn't in English, so I thought they were all like in, I guess, a different language. So I was like, oh well, I'm not gonna watch it because I suck at subtitles. My attention span is not there. And then I clicked on this one because I kept seeing No Face on like different little things that I was like looking at, and I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna watch it. I have to watch it. It's just I couldn't get it off my mind, so I finally watched it, and now I'm kind of obsessed with the film. I could watch it a bunch. I've already watched it twice, once by myself and once with my daughter, and I just really enjoyed it. So I was like, wow, I really want to paint No Face like in a field of flowers. And so that's what I did, but I actually did horrible at first. So I'm going in and everything looks great, but this is where it all goes downhill. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I messed up that bad, but his face just ended up being terrifying. Watercolors were not the way to go for his face. Um, yeah, I don't know what happened. It's like okay right here, and then I was like, the eyes are different sizes. I'm gonna try and fix it. I'm gonna outline the flowers with a micron pen, and then I'll outline his face. And I thought that that was going to fix it, but in reality, it made him look terrifying, horrible. This is where I noticed I hated his face. Look at that. That's absolutely horrible. It's terrifying. So naturally, I went over with a white Posca and then did it in gouache, and now it looks a lot more like him. It's still not the best, but it looks a lot better. I went in with that like Himi gouache that I've had for like over a year, and it definitely fixed his face. But I love the flowers. I did outlines on the flowers, and it was amazing. And here is the piece that I hate, the piece that made me do a fifth piece, because this one was just not up to standards, and you're barely gonna see any footage of me doing it because it's horrid. So at first my idea is I'm just gonna paint some greenery in these three little, like, almost coffee looking stained little pieces. I was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna look great. It's gonna be just simplistic. It's gonna just be the three different types of leaves or greenery or whatever, because honestly, I don't know what half of those plants are. I was doing them, and I don't know. I was going in, and then I was like, wow, this looks empty and horrible. So I was like, oh, I just learned how to do flowers, and I love these flowers. Let me do them. And then it was still bad. So anyway, here's a finished piece, and on to the next. So yeah, I had to do a whole another one. The perfectionist in me could not sit with that being the fourth piece. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do another piece. I can't stand this one. I can't just keep that in the video and not redeem myself. So anyway, I was like, okay, well, I need something quick because I've been working on this video for like 3 weeks now, and I went with lemons. I love lemons. I have like lemon things, I have bumblebee things. I like the color yellow. So naturally, I like lemons. I don't think I've ever actually painted a lemon though, which is kind of funny because I do love them so much. And I don't know, but I love the way lemons look, especially like I wish it was almost in like gouache and I could do like a pink, bright pink background background. I don't know, I have the vision in my head like a peach pink background, like a pink peach color, but it's in watercolor, so the background's staying white. So I'm doing these like little details on the open lemon, and then I had fresh squeezed lemonade to drink as I'm painting a lemon, which was just satisfying on its own. So I go in with the white details, which kind of brings it all together, and you can barely see them, but in person it makes the biggest difference ever, and they look so good. So that is all 5 pieces. Thank you so much for watching through this video. Yeah, so I did watercolor, and I haven't really done watercolor in forever, so I'm really proud of everything, except for that one. That one can go away. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.